tonight, but I think this is gonna go good. Guys, congrats again. How you all doing?
Here for Dan Licata.
So while I was watching this, I had a few questions. My first question is, Connor, were you really jacking off in front of that girl?
You'll see in some of this Diddy stuff, though.
Yeah, and you guys actually, some of you guys were saying you had some inside scoop on the whole Diddy situation earlier. Meryl?
No comment.
Fair enough. Well, you know, guys, anyone in here have anything they'd like to share in regards to that? Or
an assistant to anyone at a Diddy thing?
I don't joke about that type of shit.
Well, guys, I gotta say, this is like gotta be one of the best period pieces I've ever seen. And probably speaking for a lot of people out there, this one hit a little too close to home for my ass. But yeah, you know, just like wanted to kick it off by asking what were like some of the influences, both like content-wise for this thing. I noticed a lot of impact font and some what kind of cameras were you using?
Those are Canon GL2, Sony Cam, and an off-brand camera that I don't remember.
Exactly. So yeah, what were some of the stuff that like really influenced the look and feel of Rap World?
It's mostly CKY, and a lot of like just MTV. We talked a lot about CKY when we were writing it, and that's why it's the length it is. But yeah, just kind of, we also did it in the most dumbest way possible. Every way that you would want to make a movie, we did a pretty bad version of it. And yeah, it was mostly just like, yeah, that vibe of like CKY Jackass stuff where it's like, a bunch of just like people hanging out.
Yes, I know those videos very well.
Would you tell everybody what?
Yeah, when I was 15 years old, I jumped off a 25-foot church with an umbrella and shattered both my legs.
Well, your friend was filming.
Watched the footage and said, maybe if he had been a little more attentive, this wouldn't have happened. So add that to the list. But no, we plan on teaching my children the Chinese freestyle rap from. Okay, you guys never heard the Chinese freestyle rap from CKY 2K? Am I? Why am I getting a bunch of question marks over my head right now? Do your fucking research before you come to the show.
When's the last time you watched it? Let's just say,
I feel like I could.
This political climate, watch out, brother.
I do feel like I still could do most of it by heart, but do it. Do it? Okay.
Disrespectful.
Okay.
There weirdly is a Kamala shout out to CKY2K, which is like, how the fuck did they do that? About 2000.
What did they do?
They shout out Kamala Harris in the movie.
That kind of goes with my theory about her and Joe Biden being the same person, and she gets the bad grandpa makeup department to get her in Joe Biden outfit, and she's just like, look, I'm sick of sitting in the makeup chair for 6 hours every morning, and that's why we are where we are now. But yeah, I guess we've got time for a few audience questions. Should I have asked more? I literally found out at like 2:45 I was doing it, so it's like,
before, you didn't know one.
yeah, I did, you're right.
How'd you like being in the movie, man?
It was fun. It was very fun. I gotta move this. I don't want to talk anymore. So better. You had some interesting stuff.
I will say a fun tidbit is the woman who played Dan's mom in the movie, Gail Sweeney. We had just rented her play. Did we rent it? Did we pay them?
She was, there's...
My friend Kate, it's her house. It used to be like a punk house in Jersey, the basement. A lot of bands used to play there, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's me. I have the look." I was just like asking people around, and we kept filming in these various locations, and people would see that we were filming there. They'd be like, "Yeah, interesting. Maybe I could act in your movie." And be like, "Yeah, sure." And we'd let them do it, and they would just be complete dog shit as soon as the camera was on them, and really not able to be fun. Just hanging around the house, they're like, "Oh, it'd be interesting to be in this." And we're like, "Yeah, sure." Mom in the house, and that was the first take, I believe. She just kind of bodied it. Yeah, but non-professional actress, belly dancer.
Yeah.
Interesting woman. We did pay them for that.
And then she was like, "So you mean I'm going to have a credit on IMDb?" She was so sad.
Duh. IMDb with the... We don't need the mic.
All right, well, I guess...
I think they got a really good question because we only have time for a few. Yeah, over here.
What was it like filming in the church at the end?
That's a scary question. Just because of the proximity of Halloween right now. That was another Harris find, that church. What's even better is apparently fucking rent a casket in New York, you gotta talk to fucking John Gotti or something. They got a whole racket for that shit. It costs $1 million. But super producer.
Yeah.
They're that on it.
The church is across from a funeral home, and we like hit them up like, "Hey, can we get a casket?" And like, yeah, for sure. We'll use one that we use. You know, it was more expensive for one that hadn't been used, and they were like, "Oh, you can use what we use for showings." And I was like, "Well, surely, like, it's a low budget thing," but like, I still was like, "I'll do my due diligence." I called Connor and was like, "Yeah, like, we should, like, we could use, yeah, of course, we should do that one." So Connor's in a casket that a lot of bodies have been in.
Because when they cremate people, some people still want to have a wake, so they have a wake in this casket, and then they throw the body out. So this casket, it's been run through. Dead bodies in that motherfucker. While I was laying in it, Jack poured Mike and Ice all over me. And if he takes, I would eat the Mike and Ice. Out of the dead person casket.
And I say when we closed before we filmed and you practice screaming inside of it, you can't hear anybody.
Oh yeah, I was doing a show in San Diego at the Improv, and I made a promo video inside of the casket.
Meanwhile, there's this small child running around who is just screaming all day, and like 30 people we don't know from backstage, and you just have Connor going, "Hey, San Diego, you want to come on down?" And it's like, here's the thing, and it's really a great
Fucking
time.
sold it up, man. Awesome show.
And we saw a dead body that morning because they had to wait the morning at the funeral home.
We had to wheel it ourselves.
Yeah, so and they said you have to go get the casket. This is the dead body. An ironic comedy film crew walked in.
From ages 5 to 12, I went to a wake every week. I don't know. Everybody was dying. And they were fun. The wakes were fun. They had a little room with coffee cakes so you could, everybody's smoking cigarettes. Somebody said Facebook? Sound like somebody said Facebook. We're all sleep deprived on stage. Sorry. So that's what it was like.
Right, and how about you?
Any of this inspired by true events? Anything in the film?
Riley Byro is the name of Jack's high school bully. He was tight. We were tight.
I'm not like, not really, but subconsciously the OJ trial.
Well, the movie theater, I guess, a little, kind of inspired a little by my friend Ian, Michael Glassart. You can hit him up online for pornographic glass blowing art. We met him in Baltimore. He drove me the wrong. What did I say? Three-way street? I'm doing Duolingo English these days. Remember that joke? I do that sometimes. But what I'm saying is, yeah, I used to hang out with Ian. He worked at the movie theater, and he would always be showing me how to put makeup on your neck to cover up tattoos before going in, and all the cool halfway houses to hang out and learn about 90s rap that, yada yada. So, in a sense, it's events like these which you can recall and they can inform the work that you do as you go into ketosis and out of ketosis. Essentially apropos.
So to speak. Questions? All the way in the back there, look at that.
Hi Connor. I bought this hat in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I feel as if it's only right that you have it.
I'm just going to throw it out if you get it. I didn't see it. I know. I appreciate I'll take it.
Am I wearing that hat right now?
They're so similar. He doesn't want to pass it out.
We pass it out like a basket at church. Everybody. Hey man, have you ever noticed God always needs money? What the fuck, man? What did you do in Atlantic City?
I went to Rainforest Cafe.
I went to that Rainforest Cafe once. We were shooting something there, and the Rainforest Cafe person, we were like, where's a good place to hang out around here? And the Rainforest Cafe person said, I don't know, I just leave after my shift. But the hat that you have is I love anal. Which, is that true?
$25.
What's that?
It was $25 well spent.
Nice, man. You ever receive or give anal? You should explore it. It's actually cool now. Everybody's bisexual.
Any other questions? Really? No other questions? None. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we
You
go.
listen to that song?
Did I ever listen to that song?
I'm sorry, you're listening to the song, the Rap Boy song.
Oh. I wish that you just said, do you ever listen to that? I don't think we're planning on releasing it. We did consider, there's 70 hours of footage, and we considered putting it out online and having people make their own fan edits. Which we're not doing. What else?
Was it shot in like the same time period, or was it like split up over time?
It was shot over like 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I mean, how many shooting days would it be?
15-ish.
15 over 3 years.
Yeah.
I actually thought of another question. Okay, so I don't know if you guys got any fun other new projects coming up. Personally, me and my cousins are trying to invent a time machine so we can go back in time and murder the cast of Guy Code. Just imagine Andrew Schultz sitting in front of a green screen being like, if your girl step on your new sneakers, she should have to sleep on an air mattress. And then me and my cousins come in to the party and just say, you are not invited to the cookout, and put the cattle gun from No Country for Old Men directly on his fucking head. What are you guys up to?
Did you say cattle gun?
Yeah.
But you ever seen this?
I closed my eyes during violence.
Yes, it's a gun to kill cows specifically.
Can you kill a cow with any gun?
No, it is because somebody there's a story about the damn bullet ricocheting the old guy's.
Are you freestyling right now?
You're gonna have to watch that movie tonight.
One day I'm gonna have kids and
They're gonna die.
everybody does, man.
This guy misses an hour's sleep. He's fucking legally dead. Got any other questions out here? Is there any other, well, before we get to your question, anyone here alone? There are armed guards that will walk you through.
We appreciate it.
The female girlfriends who came, you're so Julia. Thank you so much. What was your question, brother?
Are you guys working on another project or anything?
I just asked that question. I basically just asked that question. God knows. But yeah, you guys working on it?
We are working on an idea. It's basically these characters, but it's 2003, and they're cooks at a forward operating base in Iraq. The Iraq War, the one that we won, remember that? Nobody thanks Biden for it? Imagine if he was hearing that.
What do you think he would have to say about Rap World if we sat Joe Biden, Clockwork Orange, his fucking old ass eyes open and watch Rap World? What do you think he'd have to say about it?
He'd be freestyling the whole time. Any other questions?
What's something from 2009 you wanted to bring back but didn't include in the movie?
We set it in 2009 so that we could talk about The Dark Knight.
Never one reference to it.
It is dark in that night.
Well,
I think that's gonna do it. Ain't gonna get any better than that. Thank you guys so much.